Hello, everybody. Welcome to another episode of the MI podcast. So today we will discuss about community marketing. Well, what is basically community marketing? So community marketing has always been there even before the digital landscape existed. It was wherein the brands they created a kind of a community experience with the basically the TG who they are selling to, specifically the products or services. They make it like in terms of what it appeals to all of them, and create a community around it by having being part of certain events. So in the digital before the digital world existed, basically you should have a lot of offline events. There were a lot of many luxury brands which they used to do a lot of offline events for the super rich, because there was certain like if you have a Rolls Royce or a company like Rolex, they used to have um, community when very few people can afford their services. The super rich only can. So there's an example of having these kind of events, and nurturing the particular community with your messaging indirectly, basically through they connecting with each other and having enjoying time, being around each other. So this is a kind of a really good, and it with the digital times, it's so easy to create a particular social media group or a social media community, and put in those marketing efforts to make those activities or events and all, and then make not only your brand grow but also your community grow, and increasing the advocacy for your particular brand. So how do you go about this? This is what this episode would be all about. Firstly, though, it's about building a particular community. So that has to be at the center of it all. So, say I have, like when we gave the example of those luxury products, there are other products also out there which are always to a digital. When is the first thing in marketing that you create, who will it appeal to, basically? So, for example, like with Pepsi, it was major TG was say college students. So in that basic community, what would appeal to them, like have those kind of youngster events and all. Like I remember in Pepsi there was the youngistan kind of events and all. Something happened, they used to be invited to. It was like a I think it is 18 to 24, whoever were there, they were called for these events, and there were a lot of, like, I mean, you'll have the latest young heartthrob there, or some, a singing sensation, and then you used to have these great events around it. So building the community is focusing on what is kind of appealing to them, what is there maybe pain points for them, and how do you kind of address them in creating a great experience for them. So um, basically, if I would like simplify, creating a space where they can connect and interact with each other. So you can have these social media groups and all, where you are bringing, so it's all the most, like 95% to talk in generally in community marketing would be around what would be appeal to that TG, nothing up salesy or anything within that. So just that is the way this particular approach towards this thing. Second is engaging that. So once you build certain amount of people within that group or social media profile or whatever that you have, then you engage, work on that. Like I talked about the activities, the events, and all, and then design them in a way that most of them would come down and all. It is about them that they can connect with each other. I've conducted a lot of events, and I've been part of a lot of events as an audience, and I've noticed that the ones which become successful is that it's not anything about the brand. The brand is just at the background. It's the people you want to connect with. It's not even about the star or celebrity, whoever. Even if it's like, say, a seminar, people are coming to. It's about, if you're creating an experience, and people are coming and they're connecting with each other. That is actually when this design, that is how real branding is, because that's where the with the great experience of the event, which is mainly get when you interact with new people and you're able to connect with new people, like-minded people in that particular interest level, or they have this similar domain or whatever. So in that way, I would say those events really do a great job basically. Next is creating a valuable content, as you would have these social media groups, and mainly obviously as the admin of the group, the brand itself, you create content that would inform, educate, entertain them. The main focus should be on all that, and that would be kind of maybe specifically for a particular segment. So it's not necessarily a brand just has a single community, right? You can have multiple communities. So you have to focus on what is relevant to that community, and then create valuable content around that. Next is about UGC, user generated content. So this is one. I think this is the one of the main reasons of having community marketing is you get a lot of free user generated content, because you people, when they feel a part of a community, they like giving in that community and creating some which would appeal to others, because you also want to be recognized. That is a human thing, that you be uh, should be recognized within a community. Why would it be then that people you create all this artwork or for free and contributing in a group, because you want that recognition in a group. uh, Community marketing, the main thing is that actually money is a very smaller thing that is appealing to people, a monetary thing, right? Most of people who are doing really good for themselves, like as India has developed a lot, you have these communities where people want to be a part of it. It's out of their space of mostly their work and all, and they want to really contribute, and that is how you create. And when you can incentivize also a little bit this particular content that is created. Excuse me. So I think it's a great way to really get a lot of free content and hashtags going for your particular brand. Yes, so the exclusive benefits that can be providing being part of a community is really crucial. How do you design these things? So um, I've definitely seen all the luxury products, or even products in FMCG, um, ticket booking, book my show, kind of, even like platform like maybe Make My Trip and all. There are certain exclusive benefits that they're giving in community. They're establishing this community. It's going beyond just offers and all, or who's using more of your services. They are designing events around so that people can come down to this. Like Zoma Land, I think, was one of these events that Zomato holds, and also so people who are maybe gold members of Zomato, they can have some great benefits being part of this group. There will be like meetups and all. They could call like a celebrity also there, or somebody who's like a major food blogger or something. So these kind of things are a great part of your marketing mix. Then is you, I mean, so crucial is to identify the right platforms. So which are the the particular platforms that we can really utilize in terms of this thing. So say on Instagram, what does the Instagram or Facebook and all, how do you kind of design this particular thing, right? Like your particular thing, you could come on these particular platforms, then and there are so many groups, aggregators out there. So where all will you be? So you have to identify them and then post on them, so that, because you have to market your community beyond just your major three social media platforms. So once you establish, so that's why you see ads also today of so many communities, their pages and all that, is in all social media platforms. Like, so you could have a community page on Facebook group or something that's being promoting on uh, YouTube or something. So this is a way you have to identify right platforms for not only being on them but also promotion per se. Then your brand presence slowly needs to be built up, because any social media profile, I think overnight you won't get followers, and also you have to create a lot of content yourself and invite a lot of people through maybe ads or just email campaigns and all, and grow your presence per se. Content, again, share content that is specific to these particular pages and all. Relevancy is key. Can't have your ads playing in that, or ad related posts and all that can be kept away and all. And that's how you kind of go about it. Online events also is become getting a lot of traction for these sites. Like, it's easier to pull them off than offline events, even with respect to the cost, and also you can host a lot of these events. Awesome. So, and last would be with engaging with members, maybe, a one-on-one, maybe talk to you can identify major advocates in community marketing. Biggest advantage is that you can identify your major advocates, and then, really engage with them, have a one, and then even can have some kind of um, gift that you can give to them, to the most person who's very active on these particular communities, on the on the behalf of your brand, who is kind of really spreading positive sentiment, so you can kind of reward them as well. Awesome. So it's been a good episode. We've talked a bit about community marketing, um, because I feel, human beings being social animals, within a community, like, if they are that, they are really encouraged to consume your products or services. Like, today there's so many, I mean, I've noticed this, that cafes or small restaurants, very nice beautiful restaurants, they are having these community based events and also, because um it's not enough. Like, you need to create a kind of a community around it. Main reason is that how many people will come down if they don't have a group of friends or something. Like, if you create an event where people can come and connect with new people in the domain, that will really help. If you're providing that, that is how you can separate yourself from that. It's because it's not always about your product or your service or how good it is. It is also somewhere or the other the experience that the customer is getting, what he is taking out of it. It's about a brand is about how it makes the other person feel. Like, that is the main. If you take the primal thing about a brand and how you build a great brand. So if you create that great feelings of acceptance in a group or something, that thing, if you create with a particular person, that is the best case scenario that you can read with respect to your marketing. And that then person becomes like a lifelong customer. If he has had those positive experience with you, then he will become a major advocate, and that also free of course, not like influencers per se. So definitely this is a great way to market your particular brand. And it's a major community marketing has become, I would say, standard in most of the major marketing that activities that you have to do. You have to identify this and work towards it. So great, it's been a great session. Thanks a lot. Thanks for your time. Until the next episode, I'll see you. Take care.